Всем привет, с вами Медведь, и мы продолжаем играть в Робокопа. Ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь, а мы начинаем. Так, загрузились. Что у нас, короче, тут по заданиям? Как там задание? Киберслед. Приехать к штабу OCP. А у нас что-то можно улучшить тут? Допустим, плата 5,2. Так, 5,2 хорошо. Навыки. Навыков доступных нету. О, это что только что было? Ладно. А что? Это что ж такое-то? Что у вас тут происходит? Ну, рассказывай.
We have here a dead campaign manager from Mills's office.
This case is urgent, but we can't get inside the vehicle to examine the corpse.
For some reason, the car is electrified. Now that everyone's on strike, there's no one to take care of it, and I don't want to end up like a well-done steak.
I am glad to be of help.
And if you can look around for clues afterwards, you never can tell with the electricity.
Так. Сканируем.
Bulbs are burnt out. Something must have caused a short circuit.
То что? Так.
I assume a failure of the Magnavolt system. I will look into it.
If it wasn't for that, we'd have probably found the car on bricks and hit.
Magnavolt is deactivated. It is now safe to investigate the car.
Great. But if you could take a look inside, just in case.
Gladly.
Ну, давай посмотрим. Что тут у нас есть? Ага.
The victim was
Удушение.
strangled. The rope was tied with a sailor's knot.
Not everyone can tie something like that.
Телефон.
The deceased is holding the phone. The last number dialed is described as the office.
Was he calling his own office during the murder? Certainly worth checking.
There is an earring on the front seat.
Could be helpful if we find out.
Всегда пожалуйста.
The phone, the earring, and a sailor's knot. That's something to go on.
And the place itself is interesting. Less than 100 yards from the victim's office. I wonder why he stopped here.
I will go to the office to see if the victim left a message.
It's near the cinema on the 3rd floor. We need to finish here before we can join you.
Why would OCP get involved in this case?
Not following politics, huh? The guy was Mills' campaign manager. OCP will do anything to get Mills elected.
Yeah, if everyone hadn't been on strike, they would have brought the whole station down here.
Were there any witnesses?
There's that homeless guy across the street. He warned us about the current. He probably tried to steal something from the car. But it's hard to get anything out of him. His hand is fried, but he says he doesn't want an ambulance. Says he can't afford it.
Why did you not join the strike?
I owe Reed a favor.
And you're too close to retirement to risk it.
But there's nothing keeping you here, Officer O'Neill, apart from making my life less bearable.
Well, somebody's gotta watch your clumsy ass.
I will let you know if I find anything in that office.
We'll meet you there, and maybe we'll grab a burger on the way.
Так,
Not
офис,
on my
офис.
watch.
Hey, I thought we were partners.
Офис вот тут, да? Хорошо, хорошо. Так, кто-то спит. Доброе утро. Эй! Проходи, кто хочет. Тебя и радио не разбудит, да? Ну ладно. Есть тут что-то интересное? Не видно.
Come on, please. Damn lock.
Опа-на.
May I help you, officer?
I want to speak with someone from Simon Page's office.
Then you're in the right place. Agatha Crane, Simon's assistant. But I'm afraid we have to wait for Mr. Page if we want to go in.
Why?
A keycard issue. I have to recode them every week because Mr. Page has a thing about security. But sometimes newly encoded cards don't work. I call them unpredictable little things. They can ruin even the best schedule.
Mr. Page was murdered last night.
What? Oh God. That
А
makes
это
my
не твоя
schedule
сережка там
irrelevant.
валяется у него
Were
в
you
машине?
or anyone else in the office yesterday after Mr. Page left?
No. Mr. Page always stays late, and just the two of us work here.
Allow me to check the phones. Mr. Page called the office during his murder.
Of course. But first we need to get inside. Maybe you could help with the door.
Это мы запросто. Ща, погоди. Я хочу тут еще пройтись. Ладно, тут ничего интересного. Тебе сережки нету второй?
Follow me.
All calls go through my phone. It's on the desk on the right.
Так, что тут у нас? Улика.
Things to throw away. I regularly clean my workspace. I don't like to be distracted by anything.
Тут что у нас? Ничего такого. Ничего такого.
You have no new messages.
The phone on Mr. Page's desk is connected to his answering machine. It's the only one in this office.
Maybe he did not get a chance to record his message.
Так, что тут у нас? Фотография какая-то.
Did Mr. Page like to sail?
It was one of his hobbies. I don't know who he sailed with, though. He kept me out of his private life.
Так, что тут еще? Что еще? Камера есть наблюдение. Хорошо. Че ты конкретно тут стал, а? Что-то скрываешь?
Organ selling and other ideas for making money?
The books were bought for show. Visitors don't look too closely, and making an impression is all that matters. Mr. Page's words.
Так, бумаги. Поиск улик. Поиск улик.
Mr. Page's computer. I don't have access to it. Mr. Page's private schedule. Some of his meetings were so secret that he arranged them for himself. I didn't even know about them. Receipts for gifts that Mr. Page gave during business meetings.
И к чему
Did
мы
you find any
пришли?
leads? You know, perhaps you should check out Mayor Kuzak's team, as the death of Mr. Page plays into their hands.
According to his schedule, Mr. Page often met with a person marked as G. In fact, they met yesterday.
Oh God. Could he be the murderer?
Do you know who that might be?
As I said, Mr. Page had a thing about secrecy. I wasn't allowed to view his private schedule, so I don't know all the people listed there.
What about his receipts? There was one for earrings. Who were they for?
For Gloria. Oh God. G.
Gloria who?
Gloria Lindbergh, from Kuzak's campaign office. Mr. Page wanted her to change sides.
Do you know where she lives?
It's just a short walk from here. An apartment opposite the basketball court. I don't know the exact address.
Так, значит, с Глорией пообщаться, да? Не проблема.
What'd you find out?
We have a suspect. I am on my way to question her. In the office, there is an assistant of the deceased.
I'll keep an eye on this place till you get back. Kurtz will be here in a minute. He just went to get us a couple burgers.
Вот обжора. А этот все спит. Так, и куда нам сюда по прямой, да? Чем занимаемся? Ничем. Ладно. Я уже думал, в тупик зашел. Ну что ж, заходим в здание. А мы тут не были, разве? По-моему, мы тут были. Или нет? Или просто похоже здание. Наверное, просто похоже. На крышу нельзя выйти, да? Жалко. Здравствуйте.
Are you Gloria
Покажите
Lindbergh
ваши
from Mayor
сережки.
Kuzak's office?
So OCP is using less and less subtle methods to intimidate us. What do you want?
I am here to ask questions about Simon Page.
He's my political opponent. I have nothing more to say about him.
Mr. Page was murdered last night.
Oh, too bad for him. I kind of liked him. So why are you here?
We have reason to believe that you are involved.
On what basis?
О,
We
давай так.
found evidence that you may have been at the crime scene.
What a surprise. Evidence found by OCP, perhaps?
Did you or did you not meet yesterday?
I was supposed to, for business. But Simon called my office and canceled the meeting.
The investigation demands that I search your apartment.
If OCP wants to frame me, you probably won't back off anyway, so come on in.
Ну, давайте посмотрим. Покажи сережки. Без сережек, да? Слушай,
I was
неплохая у
wondering
тебя
if there was a
картинка.
man hiding under that shiny armor.
Вот просто сравнить вот, что тут и что тут. Слушай, неплохо, неплохо. Опа-на.
Is this a gift from Mr. Page?
He gave them to me when we met. He was probably trying to buy his way into my favor. I lost the second one.
Я даже знаю где.
I have a prescription for them. I can't fall asleep when I'm alone in bed.
Вот это поворот! Вот это ничего себе, дамочка! Да, неожиданно, неожиданно.
I have a second glass if you want to loosen up.
Да я думаю, ты не против была бы со мной расслабиться. Да. Че, спортом тут занимаемся, да, на кольцах?
I have various hobbies. Sailing is one of the more innocent ones.
Ну да, ну да.
I lead a busy social life. It's not a crime, is it, officer?
А вот веревка, которую удушили.
Do you like it, officer? Such strong hands can probably tie strong knots.
Да-да-да.
So, am I under arrest? Maybe you want to cuff me?
Блин. Мне кажется, ты хочешь, чтобы я наручники на тебя одел. А,
Be careful what you wish for. According to Mr. Page's schedule, you met often. Too often for business meetings.
That doesn't make me a murderer. Simon contacted me a month ago. He wanted me to join Mills's campaign office. We slept together a couple of times, and there was something electrifying about it. Secrecy, his connections with OCP, the consequences if we were found out. And we were. His assistant figured it out. She must have reported us, and OCP killed him. They were afraid he might give me Mills's campaign details.
You claimed that Agatha Crane knew about your affair.
Not only knew, but she blackmailed Simon. She's ambitious. She wanted to get a promotion out of it, but Simon fired her.
When was Agatha fired?
Maybe a week ago? You should talk to her, not me.
I intend to do that. Please stay at our disposal.
Missing you already.
а я тут еще и картину не заметил. Хорошая картина. А тут что у нас? Так, на той второй все более цивильно. Не, ну я так зашел с вот этого всего в такую квартирку. Сразу не заметил такой, о, какая квартирка такой. А потом, да, умеешь ты удивлять, конечно. Прикольно, прикольно. Ладно, развлекайся тут.
Officer Neal, come in. Is the victim's assistant still with you?
O'Neill here. We have a problem locating her, but I can assure you she didn't leave the office. You'll see what I mean when you get here.
On my way.
Да. И такое бывает. Пойдем поищем помощницу его. Может, ты уже проснешься тут? Я туда-обратно уже сколько прошел. Так, у меня очки навыков появились. Фокус нам надо? Давай пока не будем использовать. Может понадобится для чего-то.
Where is Agatha?
A very good question.
When you left, I came inside to take her statement, but there was no one here. Kurt showed up soon after.
We've been looking for the lady ever since, but she's vanished into thin air. She couldn't have left the office without us seeing her, though.
We must find her. New evidence suggests that she is the murderer.
Once again, let's just check every corner. She could
Мне кажется, тут тоже подобная комната,
How do we
как у
know that
той
the missing lady is the one who did
будет.
this?
She had a motive. She threatened to reveal Page's affair to get a promotion. He fired her instead.
Так, что тут у нас? Место расследования. Он же был запаролен. Найти эту. О!
A secret button hidden in the desk. This is getting more interesting.
As long as it's not red, I think we can push it.
Оп.
The case of the mysterious disappearance solved. Now all we have to do is open that door.
It looks like she used a
Open
computer.
sesame.
Maybe we can find something there.
Sure. Keep reminding me of the delicious sesame sprinkled burger buns we haven't eaten yet.
Так.
Just delete already.
Здравствуйте. А что это мы тут
Agatha
делаем?
Crane, you are under arrest for the murder of Simon Page.
It was just removing an obstacle.
You have the right to remain silent.
I had the right to do it. He didn't even realize that by blackmailing him, I proved that I'll do anything for the job. What else would you want from a political strategist?
You have the right to an attorney.
This is my attorney. I wasn't born to end up in jail. I was born for great things, and only I decide my fate.
There are no bullets in that gun. The clip is out.
Unpredictable little things. Again, it's frustrating when they ruin even the best schedule.
Everything will go according to plan for the next several decades.
Okay, lady, show's over. You're coming with us. I hope they throw away
Oops.
the key. Because of your cold-blooded murder, I'll have to reheat my burgers.
И что тут у нас? Фальшивые деньги. Компромат. Печатная плата. Какого уровня? А, кстати, тут еще ящичек. Да, я чуть разочарован даже. Я думал, что тут тоже такая постель с чем-то там будет, типа тайная. А тут просто такая комнатка. Что там по плате у нас? 5,3. 5,3. Так, давайте. Раз, два, три, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, а тут раз, два, три, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. тоже 12. А смысл? Смысла не вижу. Тут какие-то еще функции, но... Ладно. Не будем заморачиваться. Но все равно прикольно, такая тайная комнатка. Окно когда-то было, походу. Да, прикольно, прикольно. Так, вернуться на улицу, значит, да? Этот как спал, так и спит. Вы тут ходите, вы мне не мешаете. Так, значит, да? Пойдемте по главной улице. Посмотрим, может, что-то еще найдем. Этих мы уже слышали. Тут ничего такого. Так, ну там я лазил. О, а такую тачку я находил. Ну, точнее, должен был отыскать, которую украли в одной из первых частей. Так, ну, похоже, ничего больше интересного нету, да? Поехали отсюда.
Hey, Murphy. We've been analyzing the files that you sent us. And it turns out that the data from your evaluations have been used to prepare an afterlife presentation. And get this, it's taking place right now. To put a cherry on top, the old man is in attendance. Just find where the afterlife presentation is taking place, and you'll catch the old man red-handed.
That is how I prefer to catch criminals.
Проверять не будете? Так, это значит главный офис OCP. Выглядит монументально. Что у нас по заданиям? Тут только одно задание. Хорошо.
I didn't know today's bring
I
your kid
think
to
I
work
know how
day.
to solve the jumper
Had no
problem we're
choice.
having.
His nanny killed herself this
Psychological
morning.
support?
Nets. I will present my solution.
Можете по одному говорить.
Just let me go. You said yourself that you didn't have time for me.
I know who you are, lady. You broke into the security room. You're up to something.
Hey, Robo, could you resolve this issue we're having?
Что тут случилось?
There's been a security breach I need to investigate, but someone's got to escort this trespasser out of the building.
I could help in both cases.
Good. The breach seems like a big job. Once you're done with her, can you join me in the server room? It's just down the hall.
Sure he could.
Don't think it's over, lady. I'll check the security cameras later to see what you've been up to. Expect a visit from the police in a couple of days.
I'll buy coffee and donuts to welcome him.
You are responsible for that security breach.
I'm trying to save people's homes. Do I have to remind you what OCP is planning to do with the residents of Old Detroit to create space for Delta City?
I have a record of that issue.
I need to find out what the estimates are for those additional costs. As you can imagine, they don't include them in their brochures, so I have to dig deeper. All the information I need to help those people is in the room where the security guard is expecting you. So can you help me get those records out?
I will not let OCP hustle innocent people.
You'll find the relevant data on one of the servers. I'll be waiting here to pick it up.
Так, значит, у нас есть доп. Задание. Доп. Задание в ту сторону. Сюда нет. Я ж правильно иду? Да. Пик-пик. Почему эти штуки не пищат? Почему тут никого нету?
Over here. Could you help me with these doors?
Прикольно выглядит. Давай, поможем тебе.
Someone likely tried to lay a hand on the data collected in this room. The security breach caused them to lock down. Can you open them?
I need permission to enter the restricted area and damage OCP property.
Do whatever it takes.
Прикольно. А тут что у нас? Просто кладовочка? Серьезно? Ну ладно.
Now, I need to reboot the security system. The malfunction shut down not only the doors, but also a nearby metal detector gate. That should do it.
А, вот что
Thanks
не
for your
пищит.
help, Robocop. I'll stay here. I need to be sure the room is safe before the technicians arrive. My new dumbass boss will chew my ear off about it if I don't. Better not touch that computer. If the technicians figure out that someone was messing with it, they'll be pissed.
Да. Конечно. Не трогать. Запомнил. Так.
So, you're still here?
Your conflict with the head of security, what is that about?
He's a walking sack of incompetence. For example, he put this metal detector gate nearby with no one to supervise it. So that means I have to run and check it every time it beeps. And don't even get me started on the door codes. I think I can tell you that. You're an OCP cop, right? My boss made it so the new security code for each door is always some number that you can easily find around the door. Thank God the doors aren't locked with keys. He'd probably make us leave keys under doormats.
My duty awaits.
Да, безопасность у вас на высшем уровне. То есть я могу открыть любую дверь, да? А что у нас тут? Ничего. А в эту сторону, если мы пойдем. Так, тут лифты.
Starting next
Knowledge.
month, OCP Silver cardholders will no longer be allowed to use Diamond relaxation areas.
Упс. Что-то зацепил. О, работает. Ага. Приходится бегать, да? Я понял тебя. Так, ну мы нашли данные, нужные нам. Что там? Никого не было, да? Это я прошел, прикинь. А теперь беги еще раз. А тут что? Туалеты, да?
Out of concern for our employees, Omni Consumer Products have purchased new sleeping bags. You will be notified by your supervisor about your options. And remember, your efforts are paying off.
То есть вы спите прямо на работе, да? Прикольно. Ну давай ей расскажем, что нашли.
Estimates. Do you have them?
Make good use of them.
You helped a lot of people with this, Murphy. But there is one more issue.
Security footage.
If I'm gonna expose OCP, I'd rather not be disturbed by anyone. Could you...
Destroying evidence of a crime is beyond my programming.
Who's talking about that? Shuffling database records will do just fine. All you need to do is recharge yourself using the computer in the security room. You could sure use a pick-me-up. You look pale, to be honest.
I
Ну
will
давай,
do
ладно.
what needs to be done to protect the innocent.
Thanks to you, I'll be able to focus on what needs to be done as well.
Stay safe, citizen.
Так, код где-то рядом должен быть. 2781. Готово.
I did some shuffling.
Thank you. The people of old Detroit will not forget what you've done for them.
Ну что ж, продолжим.
Welcome to Omni Consumer Products. How may I help you?
A meeting regarding afterlife is taking place right now. I want to know where.
Let me check. Yes, that would be the executive conference room on the top floor. The elevators are behind me. But I'm looking at the guest list and I'm not seeing your name.
I will be the highlight.
But you don't have the proper clearance.
Да-да-да, он мне не нужен.
The elevators, sir.
Let me get that door for you. I saw that whole scene. The way they treated you. Not on my watch. Going up?
Да-да-да.
Beautiful, isn't it? This view gives me hope.
Согласен.
Shows what Detroit is capable of when not hindered by the city's worst. You probably know that better than anyone else. You deal with filth more than any of us. These miserable people. crammed into those tiny apartments like cockroaches. I swear I need a shower whenever I go canvassing in old Detroit. But not for much longer. I'm heading to a meeting about the Delta City relocations, so that we finally get the poor, criminal elements out of our great city. Exciting, isn't it? You and me together. We'll clean the city right up.
Да-да-да, спасибо, что помог. Здравствуйте. Я хочу на балкончик выйти. Ладно. Так, что тут у нас? Куда мне тут? Это лифт здоровый. Красота. Там типа недостроено или это так и должно быть? Непонятно. Красиво, скажи. Ладно, пошли на мероприятие.
What? Look around. See if we're missing something.
Тут как будто пистолет лежал. Тут были люди как будто.
He takes nothing with him. Until now. Afterlife, OCP's answer to death itself. As a frontrunner in human-machine hybrids, OCP is focused on proving that death is no longer the end. With a number of successful prototypes, our team continues to work tirelessly to ensure Afterlife is more stable than any of our previous cybernetic achievements. We've come a long way since OCP's first cyborg.
This is how I see myself.
To now.
Hi, I'm Eve, and I've died, but that's not stopping me. With the newest development in cyborg research, OCP was able to give me another chance. And now I'm back to enjoying my life. Or should I say, afterlife. Because at OCP, the goal is no longer to live, but to thrive after death. And since our friends in the government are fighting for human rights for all people that were once pronounced dead, my life will return to what it was in no time.
Under my legislation, Robocop and all future cyborgs will be granted human rights. They'll be able to live, vote, and run their businesses just like the rest of us. Vote Mills, vote Robocop.
Afterlife. Eternity. Today.
Предвыборная какая-то кампания. О, это ж ты.
Eve?
It's actually Meg.
Are you like me?
So you've seen the ad, huh? Sorry, I'm not a robot. Just a commercial actress. I've been a face for a lot of stinkers, but good luck selling Afterlife. Technology that won't be available to us for the next 100 years or so, I've heard.
Where is everyone?
From what I understand, the old man canceled the meeting last minute. I don't know why no one tells me anything around here.
So he is behind all of it?
Who else would authorize funding of such a pretentious project?
Where did they conduct the research for this project?
I don't know, but I don't think it's in this building. I've noticed that there are always big cooling trucks parked in front of OCP when they're showing off new tech.
What about all the money that went into research?
From what I hear, OCP gave it the college try. They spent a lot of money on some prototypes, but this time they ended up with nothing. That's how it often goes with these cutting-edge projects. I imagine there were quite a lot of unsuccessful Robocops before you came along.
So you are selling something that does not work?
That's advertising for you. At least with Afterlife, we won't get many complaints from the dissatisfied customers. 'Cause they'd be dead, you know?
Where is the old man?
Probably in his office, at the end of the hall. But I don't think barging in unannounced is such a good idea.
I disagree.
Да, я бы хотел бы себе такой кабинетик. Огромное здание.
Can someone take this robot away from here? I'm trying to work.
Чё сказал? Урод.
Why was he smiling when I signed it? He never smiles. There must be a catch. He set me up for something. Do you think they
You have to stop coming to the office. You no longer work here. You were fired last month.
У каждого свои проблемы. Здравствуйте, здравствуйте. Хороший кабинетик.
Put your hands up. You are under arrest.
That's no way to talk to an acting CEO. You didn't come here to congratulate me? So, you haven't heard. It's been on every channel for the past hour. Watch some TV once in a while. Life's passing you by.
As the former CEO of Omni Consumer Products passed away earlier this morning.
Не успел разработать технологию.
By this horrific tragedy. Our condolences go out to the OCP family in these dark times. In other news, why do balloons make that popping sound?
About time the old man kicked the bucket. A Japanese company is already eyeing to buy us out. The way he was managing the company lately, he'd basically run it to the ground, especially with his personal projects.
Afterlife.
Oh, you heard about that too. How desperate. Just die gracefully, you old fuck. But don't you worry about it. As an acting CEO, I'm putting a stop to all of OCP's unnecessary expenses. And that includes all of the old man's pet projects. So say bye-bye to Afterlife, and Delta City for that matter.
Но если это правда, то неплохо.
Wendell is still out there.
The market will take care of him. With no one to finance his stunts, he'd need an army willing to mindlessly fight for him, and for free. So there's nothing for you to worry about anymore. Well, maybe about collecting unemployment, since I'm firing the entire police force and replacing them all with my robots.
Those robots are unreliable.
Oh, that's adorable. Especially coming from you. But you'll get to see the improvements we've made firsthand. Since I need you to come to the ARMS Expo. Just don't be late. Now, you leave. Bitches, come! It's time to celebrate. Let's throw the old man a hell of a wake. Oh, Robo! That Expo thing is a black tie event. Then again, I guess that doesn't concern you.
Прикол.
You could arrest me, officer. I even have my own handcuffs.
Ладно. Давайте осмотримся тут. Что, кайфуешь на новом месте, да? Я бы тоже кайфовал. Не кажется ли там вдалеке водоемы или просто этот туман такой? Ладно, ладно. Вот тут свой личный лифт, прикольно.
Because of the tragedy that has struck our company, you will be informed by your superiors about the recommended ways to experience mourning. The meeting is not included as work time. Thank you.
The old man is dead.
Yeah, I just heard. So what do we do about afterlife?
Becker is shutting it down.
Not the only thing he's shutting down. I just got a call from the precinct. Everyone's been fired. So what now? What about Wendell?
We wait for his move.
He'll be desperate. I bet he'll try to get as many supplies as he can before his money runs out. But where will he go to do that?
The Detroit Arms Expo.
Shit, that's right around the corner. I could go there.
No. Stay with Dr. Blanche. Becker wants me to attend the expo. This way, I can keep an eye on unwanted guests.
I hear you.
Там уже картину поставили. Ну, не картину, а эту фотографию. Траур тут уже. Быстро вы сообразили все это.
I can't believe he's gone. He was so young.
Да ладно.
Such a tragedy, but are our bonuses safe?
Do they know who'll be the new CEO?
Он уже в кабинете.
Becker jerk from Security Concepts. Will the Japanese take over the company now?
Блин, ну здание классное, конечно. Пикнет? А эти все еще не работают. Найти Макса Беккера. Гонка вооружений. Так. Ну что ж. На этом, я думаю, мы сегодня и закончим. Прикольный офис OCP. Интересные новости. Ну, а продолжение в следующей части. На этом все на сегодня. Подписывайтесь, ставьте лайки, пишите комментарии. Всем спасибо и пока.